Hello, everybody. My name is Ben again here with for Kryix, and I am here with two people that I think y'all have really been wanting to hear from here. I am here with D0nghun and TOPDRAGON support and DPS for a one-man army in the EMEA region. Thank you both for joining me here today.
Yep, hello.
Hello.
So, both of you, I think, have become kind of world travelers in the Overwatch world. Between the two of you, you've played in North America, Europe, Korea, China, Oceania, Saudi Arabia. Between like all of those regions, what are some ways in which you think that they compare to each other, especially like this year? If you both could answer that.
Mm, for me, I think uh, I haven't played in Ost region and then the Saudi region, but when I like Korea region is the most theoretical region, and I feel like EU is most mechanical region, and NA is just many decent players.
And
Yeah,
NA is also there.
yeah,
Yeah,
Uh,
obviously I played Korea and NA, EU, KFA. I I played all region, but I guess obviously Korea is really higher level than other region now. And then other regions, I think EU more good mechanic than other region, I guess. So
Interesting. Yeah. Um, So, Donghun, you kind of got your start in EMEA as a player.
yep.
Ocean told me you spent some time living in I think
Belgium,
Germany, he said.
no
Oh,
Belgium.
Belgium.
Yep.
Because of like something with your parents, right?
Yep.
How long did you live there for?
Almost 3 years.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like was that where you started playing competitive Overwatch, or had you played in
Yep.
Korea before then?
Uh, uh, Basically, I started playing Overwatch in Korea, but I wasn't uh really good at it. I just played as a casually, and then uh when I moved to Europe, which is Belgium, and then I started expanding a lot of time to playing Overwatch, and then I debuted in Europe,
Mm,
Circle. Yeah.
yeah. I actually was just their social media manager in their
Mm-hmm.
OWCS run where they didn't qualify unfortunately, but it was
Uh,
pretty cool because they've been around for so long. Do you feel like you're an EMEA player at heart, like in your soul?
mm, to be honest, I don't feel like I'm belong to any region because I have been traveling and then actually uh there were not many time period that I was stuck in one region. So
Hmm.
I feel like I belong to none of region. I'm just
Had,
player who from Korea. Yeah.
had you lived in other countries before Belgium, like internationally?
Mm, no, but since I have joined Washington Justice before, so I went to Washington and I really like the place. I really like the city in
Yeah,
there.
I love DC. I'm from New
Yep.
York originally, so I love that whole
Oh, I
area.
see.
Yeah. Um, was actually a big Justice fan
Mm,
back in the day. So Top Dragon, obviously, I'm sure a one-man army was not the only offer that you had. And I know you have history with Ocean, the team's general manager, from back in the day. So why choose a one-man army over uh, other options or maybe other offers you might have had?
uh, first of all, I wanna come to EU, like come to Netherlands, and then I wanna play like all region, like China, Korea, and then NA, like Australia. So I didn't play in EMEA, so I wanna play in EMEA League. That's why I choose the AOMA.
You wanted to complete your world tour.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just collect all region.
There's next stage you got to go to South America, complete it.
I don't think so. I try.
So what of particularly wondering for you, Top Dragon, since I mean like okay, obviously Belgium is a different country from the Netherlands, but they're culturally pretty similar in a lot of ways, at least to my understanding.
Yeah.
So you've been in the Netherlands now for about a week, I think. Uh,
Yeah.
what do you think of it so far?
Netherlands.
Mhm.
Netherlands. I just like Netherlands weather. You know, like
Better
Netherlands
than what?
better than Korea. Like
Mm,
obviously real Netherlands weather, and then like some food. I think food is not bad too than Korea.
mm. Have you gotten a chance to go to Amsterdam at all?
Oh, we didn't go into Amsterdam. Like we arrived in Amsterdam, but we moved to facility, so we we not yet traveling to Amsterdam.
We
Mhm.
didn't have enough time to look around the Amsterdam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely would. I mean, I'm sure you will at some point.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
very
we are
beautiful.
planning to.
Yeah. What about you,
For
Donghun?
me,
How have you
for
been? Yeah.
yeah, for me, when I was living in Belgium a few years ago, I have traveled into the Amsterdam, and then uh, it was just little bit part of Netherlands. I feel now I feel like I'm in a different part of Netherlands. I'll say, and then uh I feel like I can realize that I'm in Netherlands because when I was watching YouTube video or something, I have heard that Netherlands people, Dutch people are really tall. But when I was in Amsterdam a few years ago, there were only tourists. So I could only see like similar height of people, but now I see like way taller people than me. So I feel like I'm in actual Netherlands right now. And I really like the food. It's almost same as Belgian food,
Mhm.
but when it comes to bread and some cheese based on milk stuff, food, I think I feel some differences.
Have either of you had what are they called? Poffertjes. I think I'm pronouncing that right. They'll sort of
Mhm.
like fried. I think they're fried, like little Dutch. They're like little pancakes that are
Yeah.
very sweet.
Yeah,
Those are
we
Yeah.
are
so
going
good.
to try the pancake soon. We haven't tried
Nice.
it yet.
They're
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. So getting into some of the kind of game stuff. Your first match coming up here in the group stage is against Twisted Minds, who
Hmm.
I think somewhat of note also have their own Korean duo. They've got Bliss and Vigilante as their support line. So how are you approaching that matchup?
Uh, I I think really winnable because in the World Cup, like esports World Cup, I already really close to beat them.
Right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so I have proud of myself. I think if we do better than last match, we can beat them.
So you're sort of bringing you feel like you have the playbook, and now you just need to
Yeah,
just get that extra little percent.
yeah.
Will we be seeing Avo or Skitza or yourself on Junkrat again?
I think this time is my Junker time. I guess not
Yeah.
checks.
Duncan, what about you? Do you think that they're like do you think they're beatable, or
Mm,
are you kind of
I
nervous
think
going
I
into
think
this?
they're beatable compared to another Korean teams. For example, Crazy Raccoon obviously. I had a chance to screen versus them, and then it was completely different compared to the last match, Twisted Mind. So I think it's beatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I can probably ask about this. So I know that Donghun, you were originally linked with a team in Pacific, right? Or you were potentially joining a team in Pacific. I'm just
Uh,
wondering, like, why obviously, like, you have, coming to the Netherlands is obviously a big
mhm.
appeal, but did you feel like you had a better chance of success as, with a one-man army here than with probably the presumptive second best team in Pacific?
Uh, I have got offer before joining AOMA about Pacific team through Dreamer, and
Mhm,
then I think the offer was decent, but obviously offer in AOMA was better for me.
mhm,
So I decided to join One Man Army, and then I don't know how. I feel like I can still be a good player as a Pacific if I have joined Pacific team. But I
mhm,
also feel like I can uh, get better on my own by being in AOMA team. So I decided to choose
mhm.
to choose to come into Netherlands.
Yeah. Did either of you, I believe, uh, did one of you join first? Join a one-man army first and then the other one followed, or were you were you two talking to each other as you were
Mm,
considering the offer from a one-man army?
mm, not really.
Hmm. You sort of independently
Yeah.
ended up here because you two
Yeah.
played together on Dreamers, right?
No. It was different period. But
Oh, okay, my
I
bad.
was I was in Dreamers when they just made it, and then I went to Washington Justice, and then when I was in Washington Justice, Top Dragon was on the Dreamers. So
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha. My bad. So, uh, Top Dragon, do you feel like you've had to adapt your play style to the EU region, or have you just been able to kind of plug and play?
Uh, I already played like every play style, like play slow or play early. So it's really easy to me adapting to EU play style. So yeah, that was really easy.
Mhm. I want to ask about a couple of your teammates here. So, who's like the main shot caller or in-game leader for the squad?
I think Donghun's role is just ult check, and then how to play our backline, and then like some dive course, and then like shot caller is I think me. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Um, to both of you, who do you think is the most So, okay, if I ask you both who the most mechanically talented player is, you're probably both going to say Top Dragon, I fear. So, instead I want to ask of your European teammates, who do you think is
Oh.
like the most mechanically talented or the most kind of carry potential?
Except me and Top Dragon,
Yeah,
or
outside of yeah,
I think I think it's
of the
geometric.
locals.
yeah, I
Theomatic.
think it's still Medic.
Yeah.
He has got a lot of potential
Hmm.
and good comps, I'll say. Yeah, he got better comp by this time, and yeah, he has got good mechanic and understanding of how the comp functions. Yeah.
If there's I like to ask sometimes because
Mhm.
we like to compare players to maybe players that people are maybe more familiar with to get a sense of kind of what kind of player they are. Who's a player that maybe was like in the Overwatch League or is on like a tier one team right now that you would compare Theomatic to?
Uh, uh, to be honest, I don't really know because I'll say Geometric is some specific special case, like not known case, not
Mhm.
like usual. So I don't know who else to compare.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair. Um, So I've been asking this to some of the other support players that I'm interviewing as part of the lead up to stage 3. So DonghHun, did you get a chance to try Juno during the trial
Yeah.
weekend? What did you think of the character?
I think that character has a lot of potential due to speed, having speed. But since the cooldown of the speed boost is really long cooldown, so you need to use really wisely, like like
Mm.
Suzu, And also I think that character has really small hitbox, but at the same time it's pretty squishy and not there's no like self-healing cooldown or uh like defensive stuff besides like movement ability. So I think you need to it's really based on mechanic and at the same time you need to position yourself really well. So yeah.
And then Top Dragon, who like, you said before that EU is a very mechanically skilled region. Who's
Yeah.
like a DPS player in the region that you're really looking forward to getting to play against?
Coach.
Court, you want a rematch?
Yeah, obviously. Coach, I think coach is really good mechanic and then with the smart. So I
Mm,
wanna against him and I wanna beat him. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I think we're all very excited for that match coming up this weekend. So last question here. What do you think your team's ceiling is in this tournament? Do you feel like uh are you obviously everybody wants to win, um, but ultimately not everyone can. So like, is your goal to make top 8, top 6, top 4? How far do you think you can go with a one-man army this stage?
Uh, I thought top 4. Yeah, my goal is top 4.
What about you, Duncan? Do you feel the same way?
Uh, I have same goal. Uh, I'm planning to finish this stage as a top 4, but I have to see how fast my teammate can improve, and then I need to make less mistake than
Mhm.
I have.
Do you feel like,
Mm,
and not to put down any of your teammates, obviously they're all good players in their own right, but
mm.
do you both like feel like you are kind of ahead of your teammates in a certain sense, just from
Mm,
experience of playing in stronger regions?
for me, I do. So I I feel some responsibility. So I try to help my teammate as much as possible.
Do you feel the same way, Top Dragon?
Yep.
Interesting, yeah. Definitely a lot of potential, I think, when players like Theomatic, I've heard people say good things about Alpha and Avo as well. I think we're all really looking forward to seeing you guys take it to Twisted Minds and Alcadycia and I forget who the fourth team in the group is, but it's a very tough group, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you both for sitting down with me. I appreciate your time a lot. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up here?
Uh, about shot calling stuff. I think but I would usually art track and then say how we should approach the fight usually. And when I have my own ult to plan, then I usually plan. And then if outside of that, like we should let's do something. That's the call where the top dragon makes most, I think. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you both for your time and good luck this weekend with the competition.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
See ya.
See ya.